Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's video has 3 points, and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is going to tell you which is more important, whether it is skill set or mindset. You're going to want to stick around to hear more on that. So today's video is on skill set versus mindset in self-publishing. Now, this is something that many authors have heard a little bit about. Like, what exactly is the role of the skills that you're learning and building up and gaining mastery over, and the mindset necessary to win at self-publishing? Now, mindset is something that often is downplayed. We spend so much time focusing on what we need to do and how we need to do it when it comes to writing our books and putting them out into the world, but very little time upon what is going on inside of our head and some of our limiting beliefs and the way that they play a negative role in ensuring our books never get published and don't make sales. And people completely downplay this. They don't understand that there are major consequences to your sales if your mindset is not correct. But the skill set also matters too. And that is what we're going to hit in today's video. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one so I can help the YouTube algorithm find these videos and help even more authors out there. And check out below in the description, you can grab a copy of my absolutely free self-publishing checklist to make sure that you are not missing any of the important steps necessary to get your book published and to start making sales on that book. So go ahead and check that out for free. So let's get into it. When I first started self-publishing, I completely underestimated the roles of skill set and also mindset, but skill set. That is, what are the skills necessary to succeed at this? Now, I obviously knew that it was necessary to learn certain things if you're going to succeed, but I figured I could just figure it out myself. After all, wouldn't that be cheaper? And I'd heard a lot about this mindset concept, but I thought, well, that's kind of irrelevant because who really cares what your mind is focused on? Whether you have an idea of scarcity, like, oh, I have very little money and therefore I need to hoard what I have in terms of, as opposed to investing, and a growth mindset, which is, wait a second here, abundance. There is a lot of customers out there who would love to hear about my books. And so I was dealing a little bit with both of these categories without fully understanding it, that I had embedded in myself a scarcity mindset, and that scarcity mindset was causing me not to invest money in myself, in learning the skills that were necessary, in hiring coaches that could help me, and in taking the courses that would teach me the things I needed in order to win at self-publishing. So I was trying to save money on courses and on books and on coaching, and as a result, I saw much slower progress. Other people who were investing in themselves and learning these things and paying additional money, they were seeing huge money coming back at them. So in their learning rate, their growth rate was much faster, both in terms of the skill set and mastery of the core skills. And as that occurred, their mindset started to come into alignment. So they were working on both of these at the same time. One of the things that you need to think about is like a farmer. You have a seed and you need to put it in the ground in order to get more seeds. But when we first start, we are so thinking about how few seeds we have that we're not willing to plant them. And if we do plant one and it doesn't succeed, well, I guess that was a failure, as opposed to saying, well, what can I do to get as much return on investment off of those seeds that we're planting out into the field? And this is exactly the same with self-publishing. If we're trying to get a hold of what it takes to win and get our books out there as authors, we're going to need to invest in ourselves, and that is going to cost money in order to build that skill set up, and also money in order to help us generate the correct mindset of understanding you're a small business owner with your self-publishing business. Finally, I began to invest in myself and building up a skill set. And with that, the revenue that was coming in and the royalties from the books that I was selling started to go up. And as that occurred, my mindset began to shift, because one mindset was, this will never work. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say about the books and the topics that I'm writing. I do want to get them into the world, but maybe it will be irrelevant and maybe there isn't a target audience out there. These were the bad poor mindsets, the scarcity mindsets that were causing me to not move as quickly as I could have if I had done it earlier. If I would talk to my earlier self, I would say, use all of the money you have to invest in yourself, to building up those skill sets. It's incredibly valuable. And what happened was seeing the mindset start to change from a scarcity mindset where I looked at everything I had as how can I save and conserve as much money as humanly possible of what's happening, to an abundance one, which is as the money comes in, spending it out. We're providing jobs and creating work for other people to do things like cover design and these other areas. And it started to expand in that direction. And the mindset caused then my skill set to improve, which caused my mindset to improve. And we got into a very positive loop, which I'm still playing off of today. And I'm trying to help you avoid the mistakes that I made in the early days of self-publishing. Now, skill set versus mindset in self-publishing, let's get to the 3 points of today. The first is you need to first and foremost focus on getting the skill set in place, learning the skills that are necessary. For example, watching this video right now is helping you build your skill set. It also does the mindset too, but mostly, we try to help you get those skill sets in place so that you're making progress getting, as an author, getting your book onto the market and getting it selling. And what happens then is we get a sense of mastery. We fail and we try again, we fail and we try again, and after a period of time, we discover that we somehow start to succeed at what we're doing, you see? And I can say I personally experienced a lot of failure. I can't tell you how many times I attempted different strategies and nothing worked until I tried enough that something did start to work. A series of strategies that I introduce here on this channel that I just give away for free, showing you exactly how to go about making it your successful self-publishing business out of what you're working on, okay? And over a period of time, you begin to get mastery. And then therein comes the next issue, which is then the mindset starts to come in place. Because without mastery, we could tell ourselves all day about abundance and such and trying to avoid scarcity. But until we feel that we've got traction and that what we're doing is working, it's hard to convince our minds that we are, in fact, on the right course. And this is such an important point as a self-publisher or an aspiring self-publisher. If you have not yet got your first book on the market, then we need to get this in order. And it's usually downplayed quite a bit. But that leads into our third point, our secret point of the day. And that is the only way to win in the long run is to focus on both skill set and mindset. But of the two, it is mindset that is the most important. It ensures that you have the mindset, the growth mindset, which is I will invest money in myself. I will use the skills that I'm learning from whether courses or coaching. I do coaching for anyone who needs help with their self-publishing in order to get both your skill set and your mindset in place to hold you on track. And in addition, the mindset begins to get in place and it gives us the motivation and the drive. It's the gasoline that is inside of the engine, inside that's pushing and moving us forward. And when the mindset is in the correct area, we can actually not even have any skill set, but the mindset will cause us to build up the skill sets to get the traction and to stay in the game long enough to succeed. And one of the most important things that I've learned is that if you just keep at it and ask, what can I do better next time? How can I improve? You will start winning at this game. And self-publishing is definitely a game that you can win at. You can find the readers, find your target audience, you can get your books out there, and imagine that feeling of having all of these people out there reading your books. So you're doing yourself a favor, you're doing them a favor, it's a win for everybody. And that's one of the key things I'm trying to do. There are so many people teaching self-publishing out there that make it so complex and complicated. And the goal here with Self-Publishing Made Easy Now is to make it simple so that you can avoid the mistakes and the pain that I experienced. So do you feel you have the correct mindset to win at self-publishing? If you do, write yes below in the comments. If you don't, write no below in the comments. I really want to know exactly where you are coming from and how you're feeling about this entire self-publishing thing and the progress that you're making. And check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.